This is a tutorial on how to create a data dictionary in Pathfinder and export it onto a handheld GPS unit. First thing to do is open up Pathfinder. And you should have your GPS synced up to the computer by this time. You want to go to Utilities and Data Dictionary Editor. You're going to give your data dictionary a name. For this example, I'm going to use Clark Reservation. And the topic is going to be a tree survey. So I'm going to add a feature for trees. And I'm going to have that a point. Now, when I take a point, I'm going to want a drop box to come down with options that I can choose. So now I have to create that. So you want to choose menu and then add. And in here, I'm going to put types. And then when you want to add what type of trees or whatever you want your menu to be, you just start adding choices that you can have up here. I'm just going to put 2. But you can put as many as you need. And once that's done, you just click OK. And it appears on the attributes right here. Now I'm going to also add a numeric to the trees. And this will let you put a number associated with a point. For this, it's going to be width. And this is going to be for the width of trunks. And you should, if you're ever doing like a measurement, you should put what units it's in. Now, there's a number of decimal places. For something like this, you want 2. Most, you're not going to have any, so it's up to you if you want decimal points. And then for minimum, you want to choose something small. For this, I'm just going to put 1. And then for maximum is important. You want to choose a number that you will never need to exceed. So I'm going to put 10,000 because I know that's a number that I'm not going to need to go past. You also have to pick a default. If there's something that you know the general average is, you can leave it that. But if you're going to always change it, you have to put something. I just put 1. Then you just click OK. And it appears down there. Now for something like this, you're also going to want to do date that the shapefile was, or the point was made. You just name it date. It's going to generate on creation because this box is checked. And then you get to choose what format you want. I like the day, month, year. So I'm just going to click that. And you might also want to do time, just because it's good data collecting habit to know when you take measurements. And it will also be generated on creation. You can choose 24-hour timestamps or 12-hour. Okay, and now I'm going to choose add a new feature. This one's going to be an area, and it's going to be the area of study. Then you're just going to click OK. Now for something like this, there's not much you're going to want, but you might want to put the date just in case you go out again and you have future data collected. That way you know what was created on what day. As you can see, it shows that for area study, the attributes recorded are going to be date. Area will also calculate the area of the shapefile, so that's also helpful when doing things like this. We're going to do another one. We're just going to do a line feature. And we're going to call these trails. Just so there's a point of reference. And for this, we're just going to add a text. And that's going to be name of trail. Now, this is the length of characters that you can have, we're going to change that from 30 to the maximum, which is 100. It's better to have more than you need rather than not have enough space to write something out. Okay, we're going to close that. And then we're going to add one more called landmarks and call it a point. And then we're going to add another text. We'll give it a name. Raise the length to 100 characters. But for something like this, we're also going to add a file name. And by doing this, it allows us the option of putting a photo attached to this point. When you create this point, it will ask for the name that you type in, and it will also give you the option of taking a picture. And for this last option is not something you really need to do. So I went over menu, which when you take a point, it will have a drop menu where you can choose a option. Numeric option, which allows you to associate a number with a point or line or an area. A text, which allows you to put comments up to 100 characters. Then you also have the time and date stamps. Then the file name, which you can use to take pictures with. So with that done, what you want to do is you want to save this, and we're going to save it here to where it's going to be, we're going to be able to find it. And we're done with this now. So now all we have to do is we have to put it on the GPS. So you're going to go back to utilities and you're going to go to data transfer. And we're going to be sending, so you want to check this tab right here. And in the add box, we want to click data dictionary. You just double click the Clark Reservation DDF and you transfer all. And it will be on your GPS now. These can also be created on the GPS, but it's sometimes easy to create a basic one before you head out, and then if you need to edit it out in the field, you can do that as well. So that is it for this tutorial.